Good morning, you coccidal maniacs. Name that movie. I'm going to show you how to create some AI assisted artwork. And I'm going to use the example of PFPs from the project Cockpunch. So, first, if you want to find your PFP and high resolution image or higher resolution image, we have much higher resolution, but for simplicity's sake, we provided something that is relatively simple to deal with. So you go to team.blog/cockpunch-pfp, or you can just go to cockpunch.com/pfp and it will forward here. All right, and then we hop in here and I'm going to choose one of my guys. So 259, and then submit. And you can click here for the PFP or here for the full body higher res image. We're going to go with PFP, which is commonly thought of as profile pic, and that's how we're using it here, but it actually stands for proof for picture. So you can look up the etymology, the history on that, but that is what it stands for. Otherwise, there's no F in profile pic from an acronym perspective. All right, so we click on PFP, and we get this guy right here, just to show you some of the detail on this. If we zoom in on the eye, you can see the facets or facets, the chiseling on the eye, which I think looks pretty amazing. And the textural detail is really quite astonishing. Anyway, we right click, save image as, and then it ends up right down here. If my image is covering it, doesn't really matter. It's just the file name. Now we're going to go to NightCafe. So if you just go to creator.nightcafe.studio, it's going to look something like this, and this was recommended to me by a musician / artist friend, and there are many options out there. AI has a whole panoply of various tools, many of them free that you can use. This just provides a UI that I've found easy to work with for basic functions. All right, so once you get inside of this, you're going to be in something like this. And so I'm going to go to create, right, which is something I've already clicked, and then go to, let's go back. All right, so if you click on create, you're going to end up here. Choose a creation method. And you can go text to image. This would be using Stable Diffusion. You could go text to image using DALL-E 2. And you see some sample outputs and so on, right? So you have coherent, artistic. This would give you perhaps more of a mid-journey feel on something like this, but not a perfect comparison, but you get the idea. What we're doing is style transfer, okay? So we have an image here, and then we're blending it or interpolating it towards something like this, creating a hybrid. So we're going to click on style transfer, choose image. We can just drag it from here. So, oh, that's my image. All right, so we're going to drag that over. And that did not work. So we're going to do choose image and try that again. So there it is. There's the dude, our pirate. We're going to choose that. And you see him right there. And then we're going to choose style. And you have many different options. And I experimented with many different options here. And the one I ended up using for the profile banners that you would see for, say, at House Hallux, Hallux, and people should look up the meaning of Hallux if you haven't already, especially if you're a member, but it makes it easy to remember. So House Hallux, or if you go to, say, in this case, House Namora, at House NAMORHA, you're going to see these what appear to be almost artistic oil painting renderings of the PFPs, and that's what we're doing right now. So we scan down, and we get to Self-Portrait by Van Gogh. We're going to click on that, choose. There it is. I like to do medium res for a host of reasons, but you can do low res. I'll do low res because it's probably going to render a little faster. And then you do create. Nice work. And you can see it is processing. And this could take a moment, so I'm going to try to chew up some time, and hopefully it will render quickly. It doesn't generally take that long. It'll usually take, I would say, 1 to 2 minutes. And I have been using a number of AI tools, often in combination. ChatGPT I've found very, very fascinating to use. You can start with limericks. I actually enjoy using it for limericks and haiku for humor, and then you can amplify certain things up or you can tone certain things down. I recently saw an example in the unofficial Discord for Cock Punch, AI-generated cockfight battles, which was spectacular. So if another one happens, which I think is going to be the case because I think it could be huge, you should take a gander, because what they're doing is grabbing the names and attributes of different characters and then inputting those into ChatGPT with a prompt like describe an epic battle or tell an epic battle involving A, B, and C, and then it spits it out, and there's a commentator. And I anticipate we'll be able to use a lot of these tools in a very combinatorial way. It's going to be super, super exciting. There's also one called Refusion, I think it is, that I encourage people to check out. I'm going to put it in 5 Bullet Friday in the newsletter, which creates, they're not quite sound waves, but auditory or sonic outputs where you could, say, interpolate in 20 steps going from church bells to compelling electronic music or from typing to jazz, and it will slowly migrate from one to the other in a spectrum. Okay, so here we are. And that took whatever it took, 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, and here you have it. That's your output. And you can obviously crop, play around with it. You can take this image as a starting point and do more to it and put some spin on it. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is how in just a few minutes you could take your PFP or whatever image, could be a photograph, could be anything, as a source material and convert it into roughly something that looks like this. So hope that helps. Some of you have fun out there, and thanks for watching.